My father always said trust is a fragile glass, but he was the one swinging the hammer. At my best friend's birthday party, I shattered his facade, spilling secrets that burned brighter than the candles on the cake. It was supposed to be a night of laughter, music, and cheap wine. Lila's backyard was a kaleidoscope of fairy lights and pop tunes, with 30 of us crammed around tables laden with pizza and cupcakes. I was 24, fresh out of college, still piecing together who I was after years of my dad's shadow looming large. He was there too, charming as ever, toasting Lila's 25th with his trademark grin, the one that made people call him the coolest dad. But I knew better. Beneath that grin was a man who'd built a second life, a second family, and left me to choke on his lies. For years I'd swallowed the pain. At 16 I found out about his other familiar wife named Karen, 2 kids, a picket fence life in the suburbs. He swore it was a mistake, a brief affair that ended. Mom believed him, or maybe she just wanted to. I didn't. I dug deeper, piecing together bank statements, hotel receipts, and cryptic texts he thought he'd deleted. By 18 I knew the truth. Karen wasn't a fling. She was his parallel life, funded by money meant for us, while Mom worked double shifts to keep our lights on. He'd been living a double life for a decade, and I was the only one who saw the cracks. Lila's party was my breaking point. I'd spent weeks wrestling with what to do. Keep quiet like always and let him play the doting father? Or rip the mask off? The choice crystallized when I saw him at the party, laughing with Lila's parents, his arm around Mom like he hadn't betrayed her for years. My stomach churned. I couldn't let him keep winning. I grabbed a glass of wine for courage and climbed onto a folding table, the kind that wobbles under too much weight. The music dimmed as heads turned. Lila, in her sparkly birthday tiara, shot me a confused smile. My dad's eyes locked onto mine, and for a split second I saw fear. Good. Hey everyone. I called, my voice steadier than I felt. I've got a story to share. It's about family. About truth. The crowd leaned in, expecting some heartfelt toast. Instead, I dropped the bomb. My dad's been lying to us for years. He's got another family. A wife named Karen, 2 kids, a whole life we weren't supposed to know about. Gasps rippled through the yard. Lila's mom dropped her plastic cup. My dad's face went gray, his mouth opening and closing like a fish out of water. Mom, standing near the dessert table, froze, her eyes searching mine for a lifeline. I hated hurting her, but she deserved the truth. I kept going, the words spilling like a dam breaking. He's been siphoning money from us to fund his second life. While Mom worked nights, he was playing dad to kids who weren't me. He lied to our faces every single day. I pulled out my phone, projecting screenshots of his texts to Karen, dates, promises, proof he'd never stopped. The crowd murmured, some pulling out their own phones to record. My dad tried to speak, but I cut him off. You don't get to talk now. You've had years. The air was thick with tension. Lila, my rock since middle school, climbed up beside me, her hand on my shoulder. Keep going, Em, she whispered. So I did. I told them how I'd confronted him at 18, how he'd begged me to stay quiet, promising to fix it. How he never did. How I'd carried this secret like a stone in my chest, watching him charm everyone while I burned. Mom's face was a mask of pain, but she didn't look away. She stepped closer, her voice trembling. Is this true, David? My dad's silence was louder than any confession. Karen's name hung between them, a ghost made real. The party fractured. Some guests whispered support. Others glared at my dad like he was a stranger. Lila's dad, a burly guy who never minced words, told him to leave. You don't get to ruin my daughter's night, he growled. My dad grabbed his coat, muttering excuses, and slunk out. Mom stayed, her hand gripping mine so tight it hurt. But the story didn't end there. In the weeks that followed, everything unraveled. Mom filed for divorce, leaning on me and Lila for strength. The community split, some called me brave. Others a traitor for airing family secrets. My dad's second family fell apart too. Karen hadn't known about us either. His lies had burned both houses down. I lost friends who thought I'd gone too far. But I gained something heavier, truth. Exposing him wasn't just about revenge. It was about freeing Mom, freeing myself from a life built on deception. I'd spent years protecting his image, but that night I chose us. Was I right to do it? Should I have stayed silent, kept the peace? I don't know. Some say family secrets should stay buried. Others say truth is the only way to heal. I'm still figuring out where I stand. What do you think? Was exposing my dad's lies justice? Or did I cross a line? Share your thoughts. Where do you draw the line between loyalty and truth?